So what was the deposit going to be? Let me see. Click, 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 click. You can tell.
We having fun,
Yep.
and hopefully you enjoying it. Let's get on to some more good things.
We got the Cancer Relay for Life walk. Is going to be this Saturday, March 31st. I don't have any information as to where it is. I would assume OHS. You can call the Cancer Society at 800-227-2345 to find out more info.
We have a little boxing.
We do have a little boxing.
We have a young man.
Photo there, Mark.
There you go. Lafayette's Marlon Williams of the Ragin' Cajun Boxing Club defeated Rodney Wilson of Memphis, Tennessee.
Welcome back, Kiss. Hello.
This is not just local. And he won the heavyweight championship at 201 pounds, unanimous decision. Marlon Williams is now 11-0 with 7 knockouts. He'll advance to the National Golden Gloves in Las Vegas.
He's got to be
in
tall.
April.
He looks thin, huh, for a heavyweight?
Yep.
Wow.
And
they put some weight on him.
When I say the Golden Gloves championships, I had a wonderful weekend with none other than Mr. and Mrs. Jim Tatman. You know Mr. Jim Tatman, Mobile Homes?
He's a big boxing fan.
Big boxing fan.
Papa Tat.
We came back with a little 48 Ford that I bought at an auction while I was attending over there. And Papa Tat says, oh, that car, that man said it's a brand new motor and it's never been driven. Let's go. And we left that night about 12 o'clock riding home. Then we finally stopped somewhere along the way and slept a couple of hours to freshen up and drove it in. And then, of course, in the divorce, Adelaide and Kelly got the little car. Then later on, it was a real nice, well-prepared car. Dallas Leger.
Dallas has had some old cars.
He bought it from Adelaide, and then it went to a gentleman that had used truck sales right there on the left when you're entering in Lafayette. They still have a truck sale. It might be the same man that claimed it. Then I lost track of the little car.
Claim it like a horse.
How about that?
What else we got? We got our young man right here, the giant killer, Mr. Jesse Fletcher.
That's another young...
Who we've been bragging about with his wrestling and boxing. This was last Saturday. He went out and he won a boxing match. Let's see.
In Sulphur, Louisiana.
I think so. Then he turned around and he had a wrestling match. And he won that the same day.
I think.
So he won a wrestling match and a boxing match in the same day. 11 years old, 90-pound age and weight. Unbelievable young man. The wrestling was in Sulphur. The boxing, I think, was in New Orleans.
I understand they haven't enlarged their home.
To put the trophies?
His parents to put the trophies and the belts and the ribbons.
He's done well.
That kid has done.
Good.
And of course, I think he fights now through the Bo Willowfoot Ragin' Cajuns.
Excellent.
I think I'm right. The daddy trains him, I think.
No, see, you got my cousin Brian Higginbottom on here. What's going on with my cousin Brian?
Brian and BIM Construction Company, who he works for, were installing an 8-inch main water line over in Avars Parish, and Vicky was called out to make an inspection. They have to check the water to take a sample and send it in right away when they're hooking up these new lines like this. And they got to talking, and of course Brian found out that Vicky was seeing Bobby Dupre. He says, I've heard of Bobby Dupre. I don't know if we've ever met, but I might add that they're the same construction company that ran the water line from Port Barry all the way to 3 Mile Lake and all, and did a nice job. I want to compliment them. I don't think I ever did that. I commented that they were doing the work, but they did a nice job. I didn't hear one complaint about them not backfilling properly or leaving ditches and obstacles.
They did the
in the
whole
way.
job. They didn't just drop the pipe in a hole.
That's correct. They did a
Very
good job. So Brian, thanks for helping Vicky get her water sample.
And we're related through those due sets out of Waukesha and Pie Ridge, just
cool.
to put you on the
Pie Ridge.
right
boy, you love to.
Look, I got a shout out to my people.
If I can ever buy you a little teeny tiny house over there
on
cheap,
Pie Ridge,
I'm gonna buy it so you can go for the weekend.
Back to the ancestral home.
That's it.
And you got the horses that you over at the fairgrounds right here?
That was Sunday. That's correct.
And I see what Angie's there. And who else you got in this photo?
That's Angie and Kyle in the blue.
Angie DeVille and Kyle DeVille.
Kyle is 16. And the in the dark blue, the older gentleman there, not old, the older than those two little young kids, Angie and Kyle, is Mr. Rink. Mr. Rink. Joe Rink, I'm sorry. Mr. Joe Rink from New Orleans, but he has that home that I talked about right across from the old doctor's hospital. Now, it's a south campus for OGH.
Correct.
And he has a home there that when Evangeline starts up, he and his wife Patsy will spend quite a bit of time there. Fine fella. And then he's the one that syndicated, going to form the syndicate, of which I bought the smallest little unit you could, to show my support of the horse industry locally. And this is some of the horses saddling up, coming on out, and then there should be a race of me. What about little John, the jockey?
I'm getting there, I guess. I got this one where they're crossing the finish line.
And that.
Got this man.
Well, no, that you're going too fast. Where's the little jockey?
I got to go. That's way ahead.
Okay, but there he is. John Jacinta was who rode a storm in the lake and did a good job. Got beat at the wire. That's that picture where the two horses are neck to neck, head to head.
Right.
And there we are. We saddling up storm. There it is, right there. Close race.
Now you got this gentleman.
And that gentleman is Dan Rogers, and he and his brother David were down for the sale. He had a number of horses. Although he's from Nebraska, the horses he was selling in the sale Sunday were actually Louisiana breds, and a couple of them he kept, and they're going to be trained by Carl DeVille. So good luck to you, Dan. Very, very nice fella.
Now, who's this lady right here?
And that lady right there is Miss Mabel Johnson. And Miss Mabel and I were checking out at the 24/7 Cafe Saturday morning. We had breakfast, and I was giving the young lady, the young cashier, I said, you have a beautiful smile, and I said, that nice smile will make you a living. I try to tell that to all the young people today. Keep that smile. It'll make you may not get rich with the smile, but you'll always have a good job. And I turned to my right, and look at it, the smile she had, so I took a little picture of it. I didn't take a picture of the little cashier because I didn't know if Evangeline Downs, wanted that or not. But Miss Mabel says, you are right, and she says, you Mr. Bobby. I said, yes. She says, I live in Karen Crow, and I watch the Bobby Dupre show. And this gentleman right here is Dean Pellegrin, and he hails from Homer, Louisiana. He's an independent drugstore owner, happens to know very well a number of the pharmacists in our area because they have an association, and he knows Carl and Ken Savoy, and Louisiana wholesale druggist right there in Sunset. He belongs to that chain of independents and loves the horse racing. I said, Homer, Louisiana, do you happen to know Frank Graffanino? I said, we call him Graff. He says, personal friend, we call him Graff.
There you go.
And we talked and all, and just a real nice guy. And we tried to reach Graff, and Graff called me back, but he was on the golf course playing golf, of all things, Sunday afternoon. Beautiful weather. He was doing the right thing. I need to call Graff back and see if we can meet again and have a little lunch like we did before. And this was Tuesday night. Over, and we'll be able to talk about the steamboat. I'll talk about it right now.
Go ahead.
This is Miss Deborah Fontenot, and she and her husband and their relative live over in Pine Prairie. Well, I said, if you living in Pine Prairie, you must have inherited some property there from the family way back. She said, you got it correct. She said, what's your name? I said, Bobby Dupre. We talked a while. She's very, very interested in the history of our area. She's already gone over to the St. Landry clerk of court's office, Charlie Jagneau's office, and spoke and met with Mr. Fontenot in the archive department.
Oh, yeah,
We have
he's the
history.
expert.
We have history dating back to Imperial St. Landry, which covered all of southwest Louisiana at one time.
Predates the U.S., predates what goes to the French and the Spanish and all that.
And you know where she's going next?
Where?
St. Landry Catholic
I
Church.
can hook up with the ladies over there. That's
And
easy.
then I suggested that she keep an eye on the Daily World. She has a computer. She's going to be watching the program today. Good morning to you and your husband and your sister-in-law. I think it was a sister-in-law with them. And Herman Fuselier, it'll be coming out with I guess once a week edition of the history of our area. I don't know if it's just going to be St. Landry or Acadiana, but it's going to be basically primarily St. Landry. And I suggested she keep an eye on the Daily World through her computer. And she said she will.
Herman did a very nice article about St. Landry Parish's impact on the overall state. It's all part of the bicentennial celebration for the state of Louisiana. 200 years of statehood.
Exactly. And so, Ms. Deborah, hopefully you enjoyed. And I tell you what else. They had been over to Magnolia Ridge and had a personal tour. I think the Goliath family's son, I think his name may be David, and he's living on the premises, and he walked them through the whole area there.
One more photo.
Okay.
Less than a minute.
While I was walking into the Evangeline Downs Tuesday night to go have dinner, which they're not open on Tuesday, the Blackberries, Wayne Eason met me. Look at that smile. He's got a beautiful smile. He's in the maintenance department at Evangeline Downs. He's worked his way to the, I might add, and he's from Bayou Portage.
There you go.
He says, you notice that I noticed something about the program lately. He says, your boy Andrew, he said, he sure is pushing you lately. And I said, you notice that? And Vicky says, I told you that about 2 weeks ago.
I'm working him.
He's making me stay on the ball, I'll tell you. But Wayne, thanks for talking with us.
Thanks for watching,
And Bayou Portage. And hopefully we'll have more power. We're supposedly going to have more power putting our signal out.
It'll reach all the way down there. Yeah, they're going to put it on a bigger tower.
He's having problems getting it right now since a storm maybe a month ago passed through his area.
And you know what a portage is, right?
A portage, no.
That's when you cross. That's where you cross the water. The portage. That's like a little bridge, or you kind of push yourself across the water.
Okay, Bayou Portage. All right. You can tell I've had a lot of fun lately.
KSLO, we're going to see you on the other side at 3. The same thing with television. 3-minute break, both sides, folks. We'll see you in a little while.